What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network News Flash. This month, Young Justice returned after a long time away, literally a 6-year wait from the end of Season 2 when the show was unceremoniously canceled, to the beginning of this year when it was revived for the DC Universe streaming service. And already, if you've been following our reviews, you know that I love this new incarnation. I was a huge fan of the original series back when it was airing on Cartoon Network, and now that it's on the streaming service, they have the flexibility to update it and, be as tonally dark and mature as they want, and they are fully embracing that. But now we're going to have to wait until June to see more because they've just had their mid-season finale, so the 5-month wait is on. But they let us into that hiatus in pretty much the cruelest way possible with a massive cliffhanger that just confirms that they're going all out this season. They're not pulling any punches, and I don't know if that's that they don't know if they're getting a Season 4 or not, but they're doing the damn thing. They're going after it. Why do I say that? Well, let's take a step back. The 13th episode is kind of a culmination in a lot of ways of multiple storylines, story arcs. It solves some mysteries. It raises some big mysteries of its own. Basically, the crux of the episode is the Outsiders team, led by Superboy, Nightwing, and McGann, and headlined by the newcomers Prince Brion, Forager, and others, infiltrate a metahuman trafficking ring to rescue Prince Brion's sister, Princess Terra Markov. They had been hot on the heels of Terra all season. It was why Brion was so invested in metahuman trafficking. Despite him being a metahuman himself, his real motivation was finding his sister. And of course, throughout the course of the episode, they do find her and rescue her, only for that relative peace to be shattered when in the final scene of the season, she sends a text to Deathstroke, Slade Wilson, saying she's in. That's right, it looks like Young Justice is set to adapt the Judas Contract in the back half of Season 3, or at least the first part of this back half of Season 3. Now, what is the Judas Contract? Well, Judas Contract is one of the most iconic DC Comics story arcs of all time. It certainly is the most iconic Teen Titans story arc of all time, in which the Teen Titans were infiltrated by a young psychopathic superhero named Terra, who was secretly working for Deathstroke, the main antagonist of the Teen Titans, to break up the team and basically destroy them. It's been adapted multiple times. First, it was in the original Teen Titans animated series. One version of it, I should say, was also more recently done in a digital animated film from DC Animation just a couple years ago, actually, and now Young Justice is going to try their hand at it. And like I said, this is a lot for Young Justice to be handling in the back half of Season 3. I'm assuming they're potentially planning for a Season 4 because I don't see the whole Vandal, Savage, and Darkseid storyline getting resolved in these last 13 episodes, especially if the Judas Contract is going to be part of that. But within the context of the show, even though it might sound like they're shoehorning it in, it actually makes a lot of sense, and let me tell you why. Really, this was a huge mystery for the show to be tackling anyways. I think a lot of people did not see this coming, but it was right under our noses the entire time. A missing metahuman princess named Terra, who absolutely had Geoforce powers. I know some people caught it, but I was completely caught unawares when this episode came out. The fact that she was a princess 100% threw me off. I did not see this coming. And if you think back to the end of Episode 9, titled Home Fires, which came out last Friday, January 18th, Granny Goodness at the end, in the assembled meeting of the Light, says that even though they know that Nightwing has assembled a new team of heroes, they have a contingency plan, and this is very likely what she was talking about, that Terra was going to go undercover as sort of a Trojan horse to break them up. And as for why Terra would be doing this, we really don't know, but if you remember, she was one of the earliest metahumans that was trafficked by the Light. When the show opens, she's been missing for months, if not years, if I remember correctly. But you're probably thinking, why would she be doing this? I mean, we saw her help them break up the metahuman trafficking ring, and she too was involved in the fight against Onslaught, Queen Bee's team of villainous metahumans. Not all of whom are being mind-controlled, I assume, because we've seen them battle the Young Justice team for years. That's sort of a pawn sacrifice, I think, by the Light. They're willing to let her go and let the metahuman trafficking ring be disrupted for now in order to gain a much more advantageous situation and potentially take this Young Justice team out of commission once and for all. And as for the actual why, there are a couple of theories. I think, the easiest and maybe the most simple solution is that she is just being mind-controlled like those other metahumans. She just has that chip implanted in her, and she's got to do what Deathstroke thinks. But I could see a situation where they go a little bit more complex than that. They pull one over on us one more time and say that she's actually doing this without the chip implanted in her. She's just been brainwashed, kind of like Winter Soldier programming. Because you got to remember, she's been with Deathstroke for a really long time at this point. She's been missing for months, if not years. And there's a really good chance that they either use the Granny Goodness VR technology on her to brainwash her, or something else, or just recruited her to their side. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you excited to see the Young Justice team tackle the Judas Contract? Because personally, I am. I think this might be the best version of it that we've gotten to date. That's going to do it for me here, though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw. Subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.